Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to United View. Welcome back to the first red carpet, of 2025. It is.
Yeah.
I just remember.
Yeah.
Shout out. You know what I mean? The new year of red carpet. It's going to bring joy. It's going to bring goals. It's going to bring higher league positions. It's going to bring calmness. It's going to bring smiles here on the red carpet. That's what we've got. Shout out to Owen. Shout out to Minna. Shout out to Saeed. Shout out to KG, that comedian as well. Shout out to Alice and Adam, who aren't with us today as well, but big up. And just so you guys know, Minna will be here every week as well. Most.
Oh, swear down.
Minna's in. Will be here. Minna will be
I made it.
Unless she's playing Cam. Well, no, holding
Sky
midfield.
Sports Minna. Sky Sports Minna.
Come on.
Sky Sports Minna. Done though. So another addition to the red carpet each and every week, man. But it's gonna chop and change. People got a lot of stuff on and that. But Minna's in. Do you know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about actually, because just before we've gone live, about half an hour ago, David Ornstein wanted to come through with some news. You know what I mean? It's transfer season. People are after people. There's clubs who need things. Owen, David Ornstein's he's at work.
He's at work, and look at KG's face. He's not sure what this is going to be.
I'm a bit aware still. I'm a bit aware because I did say something to you lot about signings, but we'll get into it in a second.
Yes, indeed. So David Ornstein has said that Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United are actively exploring a January deal to sign Randall Kolo Muani on loan from Paris Saint-Germain. The Premier League clubs, alongside Serie A counterparts Juventus, have expressed an interest in recruiting the 26-year-old forward. As things stand, they are emerging as the leading contenders for one of the most high-profile players likely to move during the winter transfer window. PSG and Kolo Muani's representatives have been made aware of the admiration, with the French international regarded by his suitors as among the best versatile attackers currently on the market. Now, a bit more analysis as to why United would go after him. Laurie Whitwell has kind of added to Ornstein's article here, saying Manchester United actually looked hard at Kolo Muani when surveying the market for a striker in Erik ten Hag's second summer. Ultimately, of course, they didn't go for the French international. They went for Rasmus Højlund instead, due to age, profile, and price, ironically enough, with Ten Hag casting influence. But Kolo Muani made the final two. So it was Højlund or Kolo Muani at the time. Højlund, of course, arrived for £72 million, with Muani going to PSG for a shade more. It was around sort of €75 million, plus I think sort of like €15 million in add-ons. But according to Laurie Whitwell, United scouts have kept their tabs on him whilst he's been at PSG. Of course, the issues that surround Marcus Rashford mean his return is shrouded in uncertainty, with Ruben Amorim wanting more firepower in any case. United have scored 23 goals in 20 Premier League games off the back of hitting 57, 58 and 57 goals in the past 3 full seasons. Kolo Muani's tactical flexibility, playing up top or on the wings, makes him an appealing addition to Amorim's new system. Thoughts, everyone?
So the point that I was making earlier is I said that an out-of-favour player, because he's not fancied by the manager. And no one's talking about going in and doing something this window. That's the argument that we was having, really. That's the point I was trying to make and saying, listen, we have to do something and it has to be creative in the market. I know we're not going to be able to bring in anybody. We're not going to be able to do something legendary in this window, but we just need to almost stem the bleed, as you've been saying. And stemming the bleed means bringing in a player that can, because you're seeing how shocking Rasmus was in that game yesterday. He was terrible. He was beyond bad. He needs he needs real competition, really, in the 9 position, and he's going to offer that. He's got something to play for because his future's in doubt in terms of, can he get another move after the loan period is done? So I personally would for now, and then we address it. We address the striking position, because I still would like to see him with an Osimhen. I think we need to do more than one striker. Having just one in Rasmus Højlund is ridiculous.
Can I ask a question to Saeed? Because just before we went live, I've got my little Twitter feed going here, yeah, and I saw this from Amorim's Reds. Amorim Ball put this on Twitter, yeah, and I think this maybe sort of shows the division when it comes to Kolo Muani. It was this, where it's Lias saying "bring," and underneath is Saeed saying "stay away from this scrub." It is what it is. So, Saeed, what do you really think?
No, I can't lie, man. I hear you, KG, bro. I hear you. He's an option. We don't have many options. He's alone, so there's no risk. But brother, guys, he is so bad. Like, don't get me wrong. Enrique's talent ID is poor. Like, he has got a lot of like misses, and there's a lot of players that have gone on to do well after him and whatnot. He always looks to sell players. You thinking, hold on a minute, he's all right. And right now we're seeing Ugarte is flourishing for us, and in his system, you have to be very, very particular in the way you play under Enrique. But bro, he's gone into a PSG team. I'm flattered to deceive, man. Technically, he's quick. Yeah, he's quick. Don't get me wrong. But bro, we could do so much better than Kolo Muani. Even if it's on loan. Like, bro, there's no benefit. He's not a guaranteed goal scorer. The last time when he was banging in goals was at Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Is he better than Rasmus and Zirkzee?
Yeah, but the problem is though, that's the bar's low. The bar's low. And Zirkzee isn't an out-and-out striker. To be fair, Kolo Muani isn't an out-and-out striker. He's probably more suited to the left. But in the system, we've seen it with Rashford. We need a left 10, not a left winger. So I'm just not fond of it. And again, like I said to you, if people are, then I respect it. But when I've watched him, especially in the Euros, like World Cup, like he's just so erratic. There's not control. He's not a direct, almost a guaranteed goal scorer. And you are just bringing a body. I'd rather go get Nkunku for me at Chelsea, left 10 role. Would he come to us, and would Chelsea allow him to bring him in? I don't know.
He's not playing. I don't think Chelsea would let us
They
have
said
him.
there was no truth to the rumors though on the Nkunku one. They said there's no truth to any.
I just honestly, bro, he's so overrated, and he's just honestly not going to give us what we need. And everyone's going to be like, bloody hell, this guy's not great, is he? You know what I mean? And it's just literally a new Timo Werner, new Rashford, very quick, but just no end product and nothing, no substance to his actual overall play. But again, he is on loan, so there's no risk, right?
That's it. So, that's it.
Minna, what are you trying to see? Are you trying to see that, or you just let Spurs have him?
I think it's harsh to judge him on his time at PSG, because I think when he came in at PSG were just buying random people. Like, they brought him and Gonzalo Ramos in the same window, and it didn't make any sense. Yeah, and that was also the time where, I don't know if you lot remember, but Mbappe, was he staying? Was he leaving? Was he staying? Was he leaving? So I think judging him solely on that, and obviously the World Cup final, everybody remembers that chance that he had. I think it is kind of harsh. I look at the situation now with United, and they're struggling to score goals. Like, let's be honest. We're saying, is he better than Højlund and Zirkzee? But that is the bar for Manchester United right now. We're saying the bar is low, but that is where the bar is for Manchester United. And if it's the option to bring in another kind of body in the front line that can give you an alternative option, whether it's someone through the middle, someone behind Højlund, etc., I'm all for it. Now, for me, it's the financial implications. Like, is there an obligation to buy? Is it just, a 6-month loan? Because we're doing PSG a favor. Like, Enrique has made it clear that I don't know if you lot watch the league, but Dembele has been playing as a false 9 because he don't want to play Kolo Muani. He's not even in the matchday squad.
He ain't even been in the teams, Yeah,
he's like a Rashford right now. So for me, I'm not fully against it, but I think it also depends on how the window pans with the whole Vlahovic and Zirkzee swap, because I'm not for that Vlahovic swap. For me, if United are going to bring in a striker, especially if it's on a permanent, bring in the one that you want 100%. Like 18 months ago, as like Laurie Whitwell mentioned in his article, Man United met with Kolo Muani. A lot has changed in 18 months, but why are we now going back to the same target that we were targeting 18 months ago if a lot has changed?
No, I hear you. There's been the two big ones that have come out today. Like I said, the Vlahovic one, which obviously the reports were quickly squashed, saying that Zirkzee wants to stay, fight for his place. United don't want to let him go, etc. But even that, the Vlahovic thing, I was like, nah, there's something feels off with that one. And the Kolo Muani one is that as well. I just feel like it just feels like a dud already. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. It feels like that hype train has gone, and it feels like something that like the old Man United go back and get themselves involved with because he was spoken about and revered like a couple of seasons ago. It hasn't quite worked out. I get the people saying like, look, we just because somebody is surplus somewhere and it hasn't worked out. Sometimes they need a fresh shot. We just got Ugarte from PSG. He wasn't part of Enrique's plans. They started getting more techie players in there. You know what I mean? So you're going, all right, cool. Ugarte doesn't fit that. But look, he's come here, not saying he's the best ever, but we're starting to see that he's very useful to us and we need him in this team.
He's been brilliant. I think
Yeah.
even to call a guy what he really is, he was seen as something way more than surplus to requirements and just not good enough for them. But again, and one man's trash is another man's treasure, innit? That's the coin phrase. But then I'm not even talking about these lot being treasure at this moment. We're still 13th and we're struggling for goals. And Vlahovic, and actually, because I've already asked about Kolo Muani, you all said that he's better than what we have at the moment.
Yeah.
Is Vlahovic better? Because is it a loan or do we have to buy Vlahovic? I don't understand.
It says a lot. I think it says a lot, doesn't it? And this is part of the problem for people. I think when they're saying, go out in January, go get someone. It says a lot about the market. Is you're gonna get this is the kind of standard of play you're going to get. If someone's leaving in January, more often than not, especially if it's from a big club like PSG or Juventus, it's because it's not really working out there for whatever reason. Kolo Muani, it's because, again, they don't really rate him. Vlahovic, he's their highest earner at the club. He's on like £350,000 a week. So obviously they want to get him off the book. So why would United do Juventus the favour in that regard? Just because we're desperate? Is that really the smartest thing to do in that situation?
Unless he wants to drop his wages to come in.
Well, of course, maybe he could. But once more, it becomes challenging, doesn't it? It becomes a challenging deal for Man United to do. And also, we have to remember where we are and who we are. I know we're Manchester United, but we are still 13th in the league. You're going to be coming into an underperforming team, a not very good team, and if you're looking to turn yourself around, is that going to be at Man United? Really? You know what I mean? That's another thing you got to consider too. So, but you're going to be linked with this level of player probably in January, aren't you? Where you're desperate.
And that we do have to accept.
You need people. And also, and this is where I do kind of with the Kolo Muani one, if it was literally just, it's a loan to the end of the season, there really aren't many other people we can get. Like, we don't have many other options. And you need like Saeed said, you need a body. Then maybe that's what you do. If you said to me, you can do nothing, or you can get Kolo Muani loaned to the end of the season, then you would go, well, okay, let's get it. I'm not that my expectation would be, right, we're going to come in, we're going to get top four, blah, blah, blah. It wouldn't be that at all. But if Rashford's going to continue to be frozen out the side, you're going to need someone else, aren't you? And that's not to say, Kolo Muani is way better than Rashford or anything like that. It's just more, just might need someone.
Issue.
I don't mind the thing to the end of the
that
season.
We need to talk about.
I don't mind that because we have to. You're right. Like when you're saying like there's a certain caliber of like player we have to understand is what we're looking for, people who are either not playing at all or like it hasn't worked out. Because obviously, if you're a top signing, Man United can't get those types of guys. They just can't. Like I said, we're 13th in the league. PSR is at its limit. We have to sell to buy. So you can't go and the pick of the bunch of like top players, you can't go and get in January. So we do have to sort of be realistic about the type we can get. So my problem is like what Mina was saying. Are you going to invest heavily into like the stopgap thing? Like if it's just to the end of the season to change up things and to help Amorim get a few different vibes and whatever's going on, no problem. But if we're going to start trying to get permanent deals like 4 or 5 year contracts in this little January period where it's a difficult moment, I think I'd rather struggle because I know we're 13th, but I don't want long-term mistakes. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, but then when no one's asking for the long term, like these won't be long term. It is a stopgap situation, but that's just where we are. Kind of like the last time we did a good stopgap when it was brilliant was the Henrik Larsson thing, where we just said, you come in, help us out, it would just be a body. Now we're in Weghorst territory. We're in I can't even remember, it was a bit
type territory where
they
helped us
KG.
Weghorst was good, man. Weghorst was good.
KG, you've got a Gallo shirt, mate. You've got a Gallo shirt.
This is what I'm saying. We've done this, and this is what I'm saying. We've done this, but I was speaking to the lads the other day. I was talking to True Jordy and I was saying, listen, guys, Man United having one recognized 9, I've never seen that in the likes of supporting Man United. Just having Rasmus Højlund, we're asking for a 20-year-old to score all the goals for us. That doesn't make any sense. I can't believe it. In the years of we've had amazing strikers at this club. Even if you want to call Tevez a snake and stuff, Tevez, Cavani, Ibrahimovic, Rooney, Martial, and the fact that we've have one striker that can't it's carnival settings every time he gets the ball is a madness. So now we absolutely need someone to take the heat off him, and also let's not forget this. The big issue is Marcus Rashford. And I know some people don't like us talking about Marcus Rashford because they feel like it's a witch hunt. But this is another player that's still not in the team. And how long is it going to take? He's been out and he's the highest earner. The managers basically said, I've seen enough from Garnacho, but Marcus Rashford is no longer part of our plan. So while we're talking about we're just taking on their problem, someone needs to take our problem. In this player, someone needs to take the Marcus Rashford problem and do something about it.
You know, what if do you reckon PSG say, you know what, let's do a swap deal then? You know, Kolo Muani
We've been robbed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
that's
the
a
problem
Mason Mount special.
But we're saying we don't even want Rashford. Get out. Don't need you.
I know.
And then you're like, but Marcus Rashford is better than Kolo Muani. Absolutely.
No, I agree.
I mean, but the problem is this version of Marcus Rashford where he's out of sorts and it's out of favour, doesn't want to be there. You can't even judge him against a player who.
What if it was loan for loan? What if it was just straight loan for straight loan? We'll give you Rashford on loan to the end of the season. You give us Kolo Muani on loan to the end of the season.
What financial benefit is in it for Manchester United?
I mean,
that's the question for me, because
you get something out of him. You know, you get a play, maybe.
No. I mean, like from a salary perspective, because Kolo Muani is probably less than half of what Marcus Rashford's on. So in that instance, what's going to happen in terms of that excess amount? Is PSG going to take on a higher percentage? Will Manchester United have to cover it? Because at the end of the day, it helps if Rashford goes out on loan and drives his price up for the summer. And I also think for a player like Rashford, there will be more teams lining up in the summer because teams don't really buy in January unless like desperation, like they've got no one, like they got injury issues, etc., etc. So it helps, I think, if Rashford goes out on loan to drive his price up. But I do think Manchester United will have to take kind of like they're gonna have to take the L and cover some of his fees.
Yeah,
and United have to be willing to do that. They have to be like, because I know he's linked to Milan, that they don't really pay like that in Italy. The highest earner, I think, is Vlahovic. After that, I think the next highest earner is on like 200. And then after that, the average, salaries over there per week is about 180, 170, 160. So wherever Rashford goes, I agree with KG that the biggest issue right now, I think, is Marcus Rashford, because he's not playing. And because of that, United are a man down in the front line. And so they have to go out into the market in January window to find someone. But Manchester United are right now, it's like beggars can't be choosers. They're saying, 40 million is how much we're looking at for Rashford. Okay, but you gave him a 350 a week contract. You're going to have to take some of that cost. You're going to have to if you really want to.
Yeah, definitely.
And if Man United don't want to do that, they can't just let him rot away for the rest of the season, because then you're depreciating his price even more. So for me, the best situation right now for Marcus Rashford is for him to go out on loan, like what Sancho did last season, with the full intent of getting him out in the summer window. I don't want to think where, Marcus Rashford is back in training, his pictures, transfer deadline day, he's gone. I don't want another, because that's just going to hinder Man United's striker options. And just on the Vlahovic thing, I do agree that United shouldn't like turn up their noses at anyone, because the bar is on the floor right now. But I think if United want a striker, they should only sign a striker that is 100% the option that they have. Like, they shouldn't be going for Vlahovic. Financially, Vlahovic's wages alone is the same amount as Joshua Zirkzee's amortization plus his annual salary. So from a PSR perspective, they're not really benefiting from that swap. They're actually probably taking on more cost.
And it puts us in a worse position. That's what I'm saying. We can't, if we panic now, listen, we're shit in it. We know we're shit. We know we're terrible. But the whole point of us having this reset and having faith in Amorim and, having the faith in Inos, which we're waiting for that to be repaid, etc. But the whole point of this reset is to make good decisions, is to make us more financially stable, is to take us forward. If we end up panicking because early in the process we're 13th and in the wrong end of the table, and start trying to do things wrong at this stage in January, when it gets to summer, we're going to be in the same situation where we're still trying to get rid of the old guard, and then you've gone and got players on too big a contract or subsidized it too much said in this window in the summer. So we just have to get that balance right. We have to understand what we are. We do need to be creative. I agree. We need players. And like I said, Rashford's not there, it's a man down, but we just got to be careful what we do, man.
But then my argument on this though is we're seeing yesterday what a lack of striker means to Man United. You know, like not having someone to put the ball in the back of the net, because even though we got a result against Liverpool, we can't trust those criminals. As Lisandro, Bruno, all these players said, where's this performance been? Everyone's kind of speaking to that. And all it takes is one bad weekend for us to have the glum faces and being back to the red carpets we've been in the past of, oh my goodness, like it's like you've almost pushed the crisis another week, you know. But if we go into the Southampton game and stink up the place again, we're gonna be back to this saying, get me whatever we can. I think we need to be realistic about this situation. Man United is what it takes to get, from a loan perspective, no permanent deals, a stopgap, get through this, finish this season, and then decide how Amram's going to build this team going forward. But we are not in a place to look our noses up at any loan deal. Personally, that's how I feel about it.
But the thing is, though, like, what is truly this season? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do people want to get out of this season? You know, we have to ask ourselves that question. You know, do we see this season as a write-off? And
I think to a certain extent.
Yeah, and then stick to our principles of not getting scrubs and players that are not good enough for this football club. Or do we, I think in my view, and I don't know if people echo the same opinion, is that I think we should be going for a left back and a left 10 rather than a striker. Because I believe that will help us. And I feel like in general, what you said, KG, the goal shouldn't be relied upon the striker. You know, we've got a left 10, we've got the attacking fullbacks, you know what I mean? Then our whole system is a bit more fluid. Hence, then we'll create more goals. Like, I don't know what Kolo Muani would do if he comes to Man United. Like, is it a case of, all right, go on, Kolo Muani, beat everyone and do what you got to do and score goals? I think it would be a left back, though. We'll have more balance on that left-hand side. We'll create more from that side. And then the left 10 role, which is so crucial, it'll give us that creativity, like creating chances. Like, don't get me wrong here. We're creating chances, but we're not creating them in an abundance. Like, we need to be creating more chances. We need to be putting teams on the front foot even more. Like, you know, we need to be like more. I just think, you know, that chances need to be coming left, right, center, rather than, yo, Osimhen, go and scores this goal and get us a winner and da-da-da. And if he doesn't score, you know what it's like, you know, 007 and all of this stuff and da-da-da-da is a flop. Let's build the team first. So if it means taking a hit, then so be it. Like, I think we should be concentrating on the left 10 and the left wing back role. They're the two crucial areas to build up. But obviously, everyone wants the icing on the cake and for it to be pretty and get a striker. I think keep Zirkzee, keep Højlund, but then get a left wing back and then go and get a left 10 role and then add some a bit, you know, dimension and a bit more kind of oomph in this team because he's lacking it. Dalot, you can't trust Dalot, mate. And you can't trust Bruno in that left 10 role. Yes, it can work for 1 or 2 games, but you've seen our left-hand side is so deficient. It is poor. We need to build on that left-hand side.
The left-hand side is terrible.
It's terrible.
We need win backs, definitely. That's one of our priorities that we said.
Yeah.
We do need the win backs. I'm going to get these super chats out and we'll carry on.
Yeah,
Red Barrow says Lawrence McKenna's video explaining egos was interesting. That Amorim is taking the players' egos out so we can crush them and remold them into his image. Some people won't be open to change. Some will. Kind of like what Arteta was doing, innit? Kind of getting rid of the guys that are above him and think, you know, they rule the roost and then trying to change it. Item Panda says Saeed wanted Zirkzee over Bruno as a 10. # never forget. Is that true, Saeed?
Well, it depends on what system we're playing, but he definitely suits it more than Bruno.
What system would that be? Which one's that one?
The Amorim system right now. Like, you know.
Amorim one.
So. Look at KG's face. Look at KG's face.
Wait, what system? Which system? Which one?
I think for me, listen.
Which formation?
We can get gassed over this Bruno performance here, but like,
no, I'm not. Just any.
No.
Just
it's not a 10. It's not. I'm
asking what system.
I'd rather have Zirkzee in that system.
Yeah, but which system? What the Amorim?
By the way,
All right.
By the way, just not out of taking the piss or nothing, but I did check Opta yesterday again, and same amount of touches as Garnacho, and he was able to better his percentage of pass completion, which is he got it to 37%, which is better than the 33% in the other game. But again, that's not someone. When we talk about link up play and making sure the passes get to where they need to get to, they don't basically. But it's fine. He's better than Bruno.
KG said, Said, after the game yesterday, in his fan view, I think he said, "Those that say Bruno is the problem, you're the problem." I think I'm paraphrasing, but that's crackheads.
Listen, no, I said it's not. I said it's. I think it's clear. We talk about players like and I'm not saying Bruno is the be all and best all, but then you have to understand something. Saying you want Zirkzee to play the 10 over Bruno is already on drugs conversation already, because everything you've seen from this guy lets you know. But you can see it, anyone. That's the first part of it. Yeah, the second part of it is I remember the conversations of this team will be better without Bruno, and I get that Bruno can be an issue in his team, but he's not the biggest issue. There's other issues to get to before we even begin to speak about Bruno personally. And we're giving players like Zirkzee. Some people will say Sancho will probably be better in that 10, and Sancho's not shown anything for Man United. It's just madness, but it's okay. Football opinions, isn't it? And
you know what I don't get here? You know what I don't get here? 1 minute it's sell the players, they're not good enough. 1 minute I'm seeing, Bruno should be sold in your kind of sell list. I don't know what you're doing on your channel, KG. 1 minute it's rip it up.
Go on, carry on. Yep.
The thing is, 1 minute is sell everyone, rip it up. 1 minute is sell it up, rip it up. Everyone's rubbish, and now it's like Bruno haters sit down. I don't get it. Like, United fans confuse me. Like, is it Bruno's the oracle?
1 minute. Hey, but then
called you a crackhead.
But Saeed, if we're being fair, 1 minute is we can do this, we can do that, and I'm excited about the manager. Next minute is we should get relegated. Which one is it for you, bro? 1 minute we're all that, like, because that's
KG. Hold that, mate.
Again, 1 minute. I'm just saying, if we're talking about the 1 minute, we've all got 1 minute moments of just in the emotion.
How does that?
There is a relevance. There is a relevance. 1 minute, no, because did you not say we should get relegated? That'll probably be the best thing for us.
It's not the same.
Did you not say that? Go on.
It's not the same conversation. What are we doing here?
Because 1 minute. No, we was on 1 minute. We were talking about whataboutisms, about you say certain things, and I said, well, you say certain things, and then again, sometimes you say things within the emotion. I'm saying, take all emotion away. There is no way Bruno there's no way Zirkzee is better in the 10 than Bruno. There's no way to substantiate this. There's no way to in any system. There's no way to substantiate this claim, and that's the only claim we'll focus on. Is Zirkzee better than Bruno in the 10? No. There's no one that can even... I don't even know how you argue this.
This super chat here, by the way, that was at the start of the season when I talked about Zirkzee being a left 10 role over Bruno Fernandes. Okay, it hasn't worked for Zirkzee right now. But even in the system, Bruno does not suit that left 10 role.
I hear you.
He's also in the 8 role, which he played better yesterday. But let's not deflect from your point. You have said it on your channel and on here. You saying Bruno Fernandes, rip it up if he needs to be sold.
No, I said I'm not. Hey, don't miscategorize me. I've said headlines. I'm starting to see what people are saying about Bruno, because the performances have been terrible. But I've been celebrating Bruno. No.
Yes,
listen, he can. Yes, he can. I've said every player can be sold. So because again, because the killer is the argument that I'm bringing back to you is, you've said many a times, get rid of Rashford and Bruno and it'll fix the problems at Man United.
Yes.
And that has been said by you. But guess what? They're not the biggest. The main part of it is they are not Rashford's the issue, but Bruno isn't. Bruno is not highest on the list of what we need to fix before we get this team back. It's not. And that's the thing that I'm actually saying.
If you don't suit the system, why should you keep a player?
But you're not even, I don't know what you're missing from this. I'm saying that how you're talking about all these players. I'm saying he's the least on the totem pole of players that you need to deal
that's
with.
not how I deal with stuff. That's not how I deal with stuff. For me, I deal with it. I deal with it in terms of the reliance on Bruno Fernandes, the detriment of terms of his playing style, the fact that he doesn't suit our system correctly when we have our whole 11. I don't care if you're Lisandro Martinez or Bruno Fernandes. I'm looking at the squad one by one. It don't matter about order priority. I want him sold. That's my biggest kind of message to you, KG. And
what did you say, KG? What did you say after the Wolves game when he got sent off? You were quite upset after the Wolves game about leadership.
It was a disgrace. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It was a disgrace. It wasn't leadership.
It wasn't.
No, but wait, hold on. How many times, if you was to add up the times I talk about Bruno, there's more times in the positive than in the negative. And it's like anything. After any game, again, emotions are always up. So let's not act as after the game you don't go home and you still do calm down. So let's not play in that part. But one thing we do have to say is you're saying you don't rank it. Wait, hold on. Let's say there's things that we have to.
Yes
no,
or no?
I don't sit on the fence with Bruno Fernandes. I'm saying that. No, I don't. I'm saying that. What you need to
when he does well,
brother, you still haven't answered the allegations of saying Zirkzee is better in the 10 than Bruno Fernandes. Wait, hold on. Let's still go back to that. No, I haven't deflected.
You said Said's deflecting. So you said
Said has still not dealt with the first claim.
Have you answered that charge?
The first claim that was brought to him was about Bruno Fernandes.
All right. Said.
Wait. No, let me hold on, because he must deal with this one. Said, you must deal with this one. In the beginning, Said, you must deal with this one. In the beginning, a question was asked. You talked about Bruno Fernandes in the 10 over Zirkzee. You said it ages ago, but you did repeat it. Hold on, you repeated it in this show today. So now you're getting back to the start of the season, bro. Is he better in the 10 than Bruno? Is he better than Zirkzee in the 10?
I will not allow you to deflect on this show.
Is he better? Is he, Said? Is he better? Said, is he?
I'm not answering your question.
Look at this.
I'm not answering the question.
He's not answering.
You don't answer the question. You literally, we don't know your position on Bruno Fernandes. 1 minute is
I don't know your position on Zirkzee.
And then, like I said to you, when it's time to make a decision on Bruno Fernandes, it's, you know what? I don't know where to be sold. And now it's
no.
Hold that. What is it? This is what I don't get.
His answer is wait. Are you guys, as a community, are we saying that Said's response to my question is he doesn't know my position on Bruno Fernandes? That's his response to that. Are you saying, look at that, guys, and do what as you will? Said's response is, I don't know my position.
You don't want him sold, and he's a great player.
The normal question, but he doesn't know my position.
You don't want him sold, and he's a great player.
What's my position got to do with Said saying that Zirkzee is better than Bruno in the 10?
You flip-flop on Bruno Fernandes.
Wait.
Flip-flop
deflection.
Hold that.
Bro,
we don't know your opinion on him.
Nasty work.
You don't know your opinion.
It's nasty work.
I'm not going to answer.
And listen, you are in no position. You are in no position to call anyone a flip flop when you've been flip flopping all over the car park, bro. You've been flip flopping just like me, bro. You are in no position, bro. If you live in a glass house, bro, you can't throw stones, bro. And hey, listen, your glass house is the exact same as mine, bro. Yeah, and listen, you're Mr. This country get relegated as well, bro. Shame on you, man. Shame on you, change, bro. Anyway, bring the people back in, bro. You're the stress. You still won't answer my question. Still to this day, I'll be waiting though. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. You make me sick, bro. Now, bring them in, fam.
On your video, say Said, hold that, Bruno Fernandes. Hold that. What's wrong with our family?
Did I say you? No, you're what's wrong with the fan base, bro. You're what's wrong with the fan base.
He didn't say your name, but he was basically insinuating that it was you.
I'm talking
reasons why this fan base
Said
flip-flopping on plays. I'll keep it 100.
Bro.
Say Bruno Fernandes to be sold.
I will keep it 100. Are you innocent? Or now you haven't answered any questions.
Can one person speak at a time, please? Can one person speak at a time?
Do you know what's so bad about Said? I'm still waiting. I don't want to waste my time with Said. He ain't answering questions.
Hold that. That's you, innit? Hold that.
No. I will not waste my time with Mr. Said, bro.
Slice spreads. He needs to stay.
Said, you're the one that said we should get. Hold on, Said. Am I not? Is it not you? Yeah, I was on your show yesterday. yesterday. Didn't you say we should get rid of the new set piece coach? What's he doing? What do you mean? Give the manager time. And he said, get rid of set piece coach. Is that not you?
That's deflecting. That's deflecting.
I've seen the video. I've seen the video, Saeed.
That's what you're talking about,
Saeed. You didn't say that.
Deflecting.
He said, what's he doing? Get rid of him. He's supposed to fix this.
Where is the set piece coach that was working his team? What's going on?
What's he doing? Bro, I've seen the video. Are you telling me? So you calling me a liar?
Yeah, again, stick to the point, bro.
Are you calling me a liar, Saeed? That sounds like a flip flop.
You know what he does, KG. Yeah, when he's losing the argument, he'll go.
No.
He'll go to
look, Saeed. I asked. Wait, hold on.
Let him speak. Let him speak.
Boy talks over people.
One thing about KG, you'll notice with his arguments here, he'll never stick to the argument present. He won't. He'll go to, what did you say over here? That was, you flipped off on this one. Why can
Let him speak.
Why can you never stick to the argument? Please, can you answer?
Because you don't answer the questions. You haven't answered a single question I've thrown at you.
You're the one that's saying it. You're the master.
Wait, hold on. You haven't.
You're the master.
He hasn't answered a single. I asked him a question and he says he's waiting to hear what I think.
I'm not willing to answer.
That's not a response.
Until you come on here, live direct.
There you go.
Time out. Right, Saeed. We're gonna have mediation and then we're gonna come to Minute because this is going on too crazy. Right, you two don't speak to each other. Saeed, what is your question for KG? KG, do not respond until he's finished and don't talk about anything else. Just pause there. Saeed, what is your question for KG?
My question is, what's your position on Bruno Fernandes? That's it.
Right. Okay. Saeed, stop.
Really easy.
KG, can you just answer the question? What is your position on Bruno Fernandes?
I think the transition of Bruno should be made, not yet. I think we got other things to fix before we get to Bruno. He's like 5th, 6th on my list of things that I need to sort out before I even think about Bruno Fernandes.
Right. Saeed?
But eventually you want to sell him though. You want to sell him. Eventually,
we'll of course at some point we'll have to change from Bruno. It's not going to continue with Bruno, but I'm saying at the moment he's the most important player to how we can. He's the most creative player we have. Like without Bruno, we are in trouble. That's the truth. There's no way. There's no other way.
We're in trouble. We're 13th though.
And wait, so are we? So we're saying we're going to be better without Bruno on the team. Let's say Bruno gets injured.
He didn't say that. He didn't even say that.
No, but I'm saying, why don't you hear this though? I'm saying that Bruno is the most important.
The guys.
Wait, no.
My case.
No, it's not rest my case. I'm saying that. Wait, are we saying that?
I'm done.
Better. Wait, hold on.
I'll say his question. Now you can answer your question.
Wait, hold on. Are we better without Bruno? Wait, hold on. Are we better without Bruno? Wait, that's to everyone. Are we better without Bruno? Guys, that's for you lot. Are we better without Bruno?
Sorry, us. Sorry.
You finished.
Are we better without Bruno?
Oh my God.
No, I don't believe we are. No.
So what are you look? So why is it? It's like I'm speaking a new language. I'm saying he's lowest on the list, and we need Bruno right now. He's saying, well, we're 13th, and Bruno's in the team. I'm saying, well, guess what, guys? Even though we're 13th with him, we still need this guy. We're not a place where we can say, sell him right now, just like Rashford. We don't even need Rashford in the team. It doesn't matter. Forget Rashford. But we need Bruno. And you lot all can see this. But we're acting as if we don't.
Without Bruno, we're 13th. Do you agree?
Of course. But I'm saying that with Bruno's good performances, he takes us. But then Bruno, with Bruno's good performances, he will take us up the league, guys. That's a fact. With Bruno in the team, we will go up the league. If Bruno's not in this team, we'll be in more trouble, is the point I'm making. And I don't know how we all can't see that. We can see he is important to Man United. That's and soon we'll progress where we shouldn't have to rely on just Bruno, and other players will be the ones that are going to be key and important to us. But I'm saying that in terms of the players that we talk about, get rid of Rashford and Bruno, everything will be well. This is not true, and that has been the argument from a lot of people, and that's a fact. But I don't understand why we're missing it.
We're going to come to Mina very, very shortly. Just going to read these super chats out.
Yeah.
I only got to super chat number 2, and Saeed started to ask KG something.
Saeed, wait, but by the way, Saeed still hasn't answered the question.
Hold on.
Saeed still hasn't answered the question I asked him. You told him, what's your question for KG? I asked him a simple question, and he hasn't done it.
KG, all right. I need this to be really quick because we're going to carry KG. Just very quickly, what is your question for Saeed?
Saeed, are you still saying Zirkzee is better than Bruno in the 10? Not big in the start of the season. Right now, are you still saying Zirkzee is better than Bruno in the 10?
Not in this system, no.
What's this? Okay,
The system we're playing now.
I'll take that one. What system? Any system? And
The system we're playing right now with Ruben Amorim. No. Does that answer your question?
And when will he be a better 10? In what system?
No, because I just don't think we've given enough time anyway to see it. So now, I don't. The thing is for me though, just to counteract that point, I don't believe Bruno Fernandes works in that 10 role anyway. So the whole question is kind of wrong anyway. Right now, we need a new left 10. Zirkzee isn't answering that left 10. No, it's Bruno Fernandes.
That's mad. That's mad.
Wait, Sai, wait.
That question was at the start of the summer.
No.
He took his question and he dashed it on the floor and he stomped on it. He was like,
That's mad.
Honestly,
That's
"Yes,
absolutely
this
ridiculous.
question."
It's incredible. Both of you ask a question and 10 follow-up questions straight away after it.
It's fucking bullshit. Because he's chatting shit.
You're both bad as each
He's
other.
chatting shit. He's chatting shit.
By the way,
and you
KG,
don't
I
know
agree
it,
with
bro.
you. No, KG, I agree with you. When Bruno comes off, we don't create as much. I agree with you.
Yeah.
This is
okay,
incredible.
Can I just ask one overall question? This is to the group. What are we saying that is the consensus? And this is Minna, this is Owen, this is the chat, this is everybody because there's over
I don't know what's
2,000
being
people
said
here.
anymore.
Right, that's why I'm just asking. That's why I'm asking. 'Cause I don't
You know what
I
it
just
is KG likes Bruno, he doesn't like Zirkzee. Saeed
Right.
likes Zirkzee, he don't like Bruno.
Like Bruno.
That's it.
Right. So
That
then
is the whole argument.
from that Minna.
No.
So
That's
wait,
taking
just
the
wait,
piss,
KG,
man.
wait, just wait. So
That's
from that Minna, so
fine.
from that, right? That's a fair point, right? So from that, can I just say, is Zirkzee better than Bruno? Like, just I don't care about system, this plate 10 up system. Is Zirkzee better than Bruno?
No.
Never in his life.
Right. Okay.
And that's the worst. And this is it. And we all know this.
The thing is,
And we
though,
all know this.
but we need to upgrade. That's the problem, guys. We need a new left 10. Can you agree with that, though, KG?
KG, look up,
And that's
man.
the most. Wait, no, that's the most frustrating thing is, it's stuff we all know. Like we all know
That's
this.
the
And
question.
Saeed's this. What, Saeed?
Do we
What's
need
the new question that you have for me?
Do we need a new left 10? Yes or no?
Yeah, we need a new left hand side.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. Right. I'm doing the super chats now.
That's
Everybody calm down and we're coming to winner. Paul B says, panel, I implore you, please don't get gassed after yesterday's performance. Karma always lurking. Let's move in silence. Item Panda says, Saeed ball logic is just any player that dribbles. Tok says, Osimhen is the answer. Can you imagine KG and Niger people invade Old Trafford? Yeah, it'd be absolute madness. The front room says, Jimenez, stopgap till the summer. And Senura says, stop looking for left wing. We need a left attacking mid like Eze/Nkunku. Sulai says, Muani on loan, get it done. Gyökeres in the summer. Item Panda says, Minna, ignore those people on Twitter. You're a top content creator. Everybody echoes that.
Big up,
100%. They can't bring you down. Absolutely
100%.
not. It's just not going to happen. So they need to hold that. The front room says, talking about strikers again, do you all actually watch the games? Our main problem is creativity. That's what Saeed was saying earlier on, that he'd go for the wing backs and the left tens, etc., rather than striker. Jordan Dixon says, 5 buff for Minna, bringing back the old school Palmer garms. Exactly, got the old school with the Puma there. Aspria, Dino, Baggio, and then Mandare.
This shirt came out the year that I was born. That's why I got it.
That's mad. Football. What's that thing on Sunday? Go Lazio. What's my man's name again? Oh, I can't remember his name, but the Channel 14. Red Baron says, remember Owen to slap flex, Amanor said.
Oh yeah, Amanor, you went into full time yesterday, and he said Owen slap flex next time you see him virtually.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Because I was being Why was that?
Because you said Amorim should change his stuff.
Yeah, you were saying Amorim should change his system. You were saying Amorim should change his system during the Newcastle game. And to be fair, you were saying he's got to change some things. Don't even try and back out that one.
Yeah, but what did I also said? Doesn't have to be formation. Doesn't have to say
he's got to change some stuff.
Everybody just assumed that it was the formation, which was 5-4-1 out of possession.
Well, you kind of was insinuating to that, though.
You were there, KG.
But that's why I was nailed to the cross, though, and stoned. So I've had my punishment.
Passive aggressive.
Yeah. That's what happened. Remember, I got cancelled for that. I swear I got cancelled for that before. I already got cancelled.
Shut up, man. You didn't get cancelled.
You didn't get
No,
cancelled.
I
People
didn't.
been doing
didn't
shows.
get cancelled. People
Well,
called you out because
I've got to get slapped in the
people
face.
called you out. People called you out because
I got to
it
get
was
slapped
a
in the
silly thing
face.
to say. That's what it was.
I got slapped in the face. I got to get slapped.
Virtually.
Lucky the manager didn't buckle
I deserve
to
to
your-
be
to your
basically. I
terms.
deserve to be assaulted. So if we say things that other people agree with,
In football terms, he says slap you in the face in football terms. Like
He
tight.
didn't
terms,
say.
yeah.
I don't know about football terms.
Well,
It says remember to slap.
Maybe
So,
it was just
yeah.
you was flip flopping flex. You know what I mean? People call you flip flop flex. Maybe that's what it was just natural reaction.
Maybe I should just shut the channel down.
fair.
How about that? Maybe I should.
Well, or you're flip flopping and you won't do it later on. So it'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't suggest anything. We should just keep doing the same stuff. Larry says Vlahovic has been starting regularly for Juventus, and he has scored 2 goals since November. Juventus wants Europe and are looking to move their first choice striker in January. No fallout with the manager, just fallen off. He just ain't that guy, according to Larry. Michael says KG and Saeed like 2 politicians debating. Aitan Panda said Saeed said start of the season we had Eric Ten Hag. There was no left 10. And Larry says Bruno himself said it's his best performance in a while. We are 13th for a reason. If we can't criticize the captain of a Man United side in 13th, Flex, can you shut the channel? No, everyone can criticize every player. Absolutely, we can. We must. Ibrahim says, can Minna talk? These men are waffling. That was about 5 minutes ago. K-Flow says, all this yap about Bruno. What if Amorim wants to keep him? Or Inos actually, who decide who comes and goes? Amorim is right here, and Zirkzee doesn't play. And the front door says, okay, check that one. Your mum's calling you both in for tea. Bruno is better on the bench. And Kishan says, Owen in full stirring mission. KG is right to the point that we only play well if Bruno plays well, but Bruno does not show it enough. We need better. They're calling you a shit show, Owen. They're calling you a gaslighter. They're saying, you know what you're doing. They're saying you're antagonizing people and you're, walking around with a wooden spoon.
Sometimes it's just good to have, representation. Sometimes in these debates, you want to bring up certain points, give them, a platform to speak on. That's all I do. That's all I do.
Yeah,
I'm a mediator.
Sky heated debate. Sky heated. Sky heated.
Larry says, KG, after bad Bruno performances for months before Liverpool, Bruno is a criminal too. And I'm starting to see what people are saying. After one good performance, hold that, everyone. And we ask the players to be consistent. Interesting.
Right, it's being anyway, we won't go back.
We're just reading the super chats. Joe Fleming says, Saeed is so shook. He won't even answer questions. Saying he's scared, Saeed just shook. These men are biting their tongues because they want to respond back to the super chats. The Manjakuja says, anyone else concerned about our scouting? Them always going back to the same targets year over year is a red flag. We should be signing bagsmen, not sidemen. Shout out Manjakuja. Javid just says boring. Don't know if that was to ask him. I don't know. Shout out Javid. Been a member for 13 months, at least. Just bored of that. So take that, use that as you want. Don't know. Could be talking to anyone, Basilo says the Bruno is a problem line is getting ridiculous now. Saeed backs Zirkzee and says Bruno is a problem. Always trying to sound smart. Least of our worry. And
the reason why I backed Zirkzee has been a couple of months.
Wait, you shouldn't buy it. It was just reading super chats, mate. just let him read super chats, mate. You're the problem with the problem with the channel, mate. He's just trying to read super chats, mate.
For me,
he's trying to get through the super chats.
I just want to respond quickly.
Yes, say something quickly. Yeah, you can say something quickly.
No, I just think for me, Zirkzee's been here a couple of months. He's been through some tough issues. He's been booed by our own fan base. Shout out to the away fans that obviously supported him and whatnot. But it's funny how we don't back one of our players, but we give players like Mason Mount 1 year and a half, injured, no GA, no nothing, no impact, brought for 60 million euros. And no one says a word about Mason Mount, but there's all the energies on Zirkzee. So
we've cussed out Mason Mount, bro.
No
one even wants
to
get the number 7 shirt.
You especially.
Oh my God.
But anyway, that's not the one.
Okay, time out. Hold on, wait.
Time out. Super chats.
Wait. Don't get drawn out.
We'll circle back.
Larry says, I can only imagine the pelt of criticism Maguire would have got if he's the captain of a Man United side, 13th in the league, and has 3 red cards in the Premier League. And KG, the hot chip expert, says, Saeed, Says, I like waffles. KG, so you mean you don't like pancakes? That's basically how KG argues.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
That's someone's super chat. You don't have to swear at them.
Members chat.
No,
Members chat.
Just members chat, mate. Just don't need to be rude. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Ibrahim says, is this UV or KG versus Saeed? They just went on their own tangent. They just happened
all the time.
You know, Basilo says, with or without Ugarte, Mazraoui, are we 13th, Saeed?
Yep, we are.
Good answer.
Yep. Panda says, Zirkzee better than Bruno in the 10 is the worst take I've heard in a long time. In any system, even Zirkzee doesn't even know his best position. KG's chuckling along to that one. I think he finds that one funny. Ibrahim says, look, it's okay to critique our players and say they've had bad games as long as you don't go too far. I don't believe in Modi Colin players. Example, Mainu, Garnacho, Ahmad, etc. Spare the rod and spoil the child. And Kishan says, Flex, you are a disgrace. You made KG answer, but Saeed never answered the original question about Zirkzee over Bruno, which Kishan, we did address that because KG said, I didn't get to answer my question. And Saeed basically didn't care what KG's, he didn't care about KG's KG's question. He said it's the wrong question. I think that's what you said, it, Saeed. You said your question is all wrong.
Mad.
Sanjeet says, Owen says he hates point scoring, but does it the most. He looks like a person who has an Excel sheet keeping track. Owen, they're saying that there's a lot of allegations there. They're saying that
I don't use Excel. Excel, can you imagine? Stereotyping, disgrace.
Yeah. And Negado says, Flex, can we get a moment of expressions? Ha ha ha. Well, until we start leapfrogging and being a bit higher than them, and it's not really time for that. I'm not gonna lie. We're currently below them in the table.
We're mud brothers, man. We're mud brothers.
Yeah, there's not really until there's a significant gap or we beat them directly. It's can't really say much.
Very quickly, by the way, very quickly. Just got some news in the last couple of days actually as well. What you can see on the screen right there. Jason Burt from the Telegraph saying the Saudi Pro League is hopeful of signing Casemiro this month. The most likely destination is Al Nassr with Cristiano Ronaldo keen on the deal. Casemiro is also open to the Saudi move.
Come on!
Jason Burt also says on the Telegraph, Man United are pushing for a deal to bring in Nuno Mendes. Ruben Amorim wants to make Mendes his first signing at United. The deal will be difficult to finalise this month, with PSG hoping he will stay. So Jason Burt, same guy, just like the Casemiro thing, saying we're really pushing for the left wing back position as well.
This guys is key for Man United. Honestly, Casemiro off the wage book would be beautiful. And also, I don't know if you lot want to talk about Ruben Amorim's quotes, because I thought they were mad in terms of on Zirkzee, not just to get back into this thing, but I just thought I was shocked to hear a manager say, I would like to keep a player, but we'll see what happens in the window of a player that just arrived. That for me, I don't know how you lot looked at it, but that was strange. And the fact that Juve have come out so forcefully and tried to put in, there must be some level of conversation between the parties for them to even try and put in a bid for it.
Minna, what are you saying about that news and just what we need? Like, what is everyone's having their say, but what is like super important out of this January though for you? I
think Fabrizio said that Juve spoke to Zirkzee's team, his camp, a couple of weeks ago, and basically it was like a warm reception, which is why they're trying to get him. But I agree with you, KG. I spoke about it on my stream today about Amorim's comments. To me, that's not the comments of a manager that is fully behind a player. And that's okay, because it might not be the kind of player that he wants. I actually think it's better for United to go out and, rectify this Zirkzee signing rather than him staying a year or two and just, dragging out the inevitable, which is basically, it's not the right. I genuinely think Zirkzee's a player. I think there's a player in him. I just think he's not the fit for United right now, because United don't have the main kind of solutions in the team. I always said this, KG, me and you spoke about this. I told you Zirkzee is like that final piece of the puzzle that you kind of bring in rather than the first piece of the puzzle. When you're when you're doing a puzzle and you find the parts that you can distinguish properly, that's not Zirkzee. Zirkzee is the final piece that you add into the puzzle once you've kind of put the whole puzzle together. And I just hope that United act on it quickly. But one thing I will say is that his time at United, 5-6 months, his price hasn't depreciated. And that is why I'm against a swap deal for Vlahovic, because United bought him for near enough to like 38. I think it's for about £38 million roughly with the add-ons. I wouldn't say that his price has depreciated that much. And I would respect United if they go out and rectify the issue when they identify, like when Di Maria came to United and by the end of the season he was gone. I wanted it to work out, but it was clearly not going to work out. So at least they moved on from it quickly. We've seen players come to United and it's Donny van der Beek. It's clearly not working. We send him on loan. It's not working. He ends up leaving for peanuts. So I hope United do that. And also, just with the whole striker situation, bring me Victor Osimhen.
I think his answer. I think he can do it.
I like him. I like Osimhen. Out of all the strikers that you can get in January, I think he's the best option. But like I think someone said it before, no one is selling their best players in January unless it's a big price. And Man United find themselves in this little financial issue, if you want to say. So if they can get a Victor Osimhen, I'm totally all for it. But what would be negligent for me is that if they let Zirkzee leave and they don't bring in another forward.
Yeah, we
don't bring me a midfielder. Don't bring me a fullback.
Don't you think we're trying to get Osimhen though? Because the way we treated Rashford in this period lets me know that we must be serious about this. Because Rashford will be playing. It's bad if we're playing Garnacho and he hasn't been good at all. We've frozen Rashford out clearly for a reason. We were the first ones to leak Rashford is not part of our future plans, and then he does the Henry Winters interview, but. We said it first. We are happy to sell Rashford, and he hasn't played for 5 to 6 games. That's a club that don't want this player and want him to be gone in January, which makes me feel more excited about the Osimhen deal than ever before.
But KG, I feel like it's possible with United that, because the way that I feel United see it is if Rashford leaves, they'll bring in someone, right? And I don't want the whole striker option to ride on the idea of getting Rashford out of the door. United should be getting a striker regardless. And I understand financially they might not be in that position. They don't have that luxury of being able to go out and drop 60 million. But a way around PSR would be to get a loan with an obligation to buy, because in the summer, that's a new financial year. Come July 1st, new financial year, you can afford to buy that striker. Bringing in an Osimhen shouldn't rely on that Marcus Rashford leaving. If Man United don't see a future for Marcus Rashford, and I actually think leaving him out of the team is going to hinder them more than him, because at the end of the day, he's still going to leave. He's going to go find his club. He's going to get paid. But him being out 5-6 match days in a row, not playing, the teams are going to look and be like, you know what? He's not really in form right now. He's struggled this season. You guys have freezing a player out of the team at the beginning of the season, like PSG did with Ugarte, I think is easier and better if you're trying to offload a player rather than doing it mid-season, because nobody's going to want to touch that player with a pole.
Yeah, that's why we had to do it with Sancho to get him on that loan to Dortmund, to get him to play football in the summer. And then when we was on tour, we're like, oh, Ross, Sancho's smiling and doing interviews with Sam. Like, oh yeah, no, it's part of the business to say you have to have him in there smiling, looking like he's part of the thing. Because if you just say the player's dispensable, he's been ostracized, he hasn't played in 9 months, but he's just no value at all. There's nothing. There's no, then it turned out Sancho gets to the Champions League final, and then it's hold that. Everyone says he's this, that. But it was perfect for Man United because he's now back in the window. I agree with Minna. Like, we can't have Rashford just sitting there doing nothing. But if the window closes, it'll be very interesting, and he's still here, you have to integrate him back.
No, I think Amorim will leave him out. I think
Amorim's never playing that guy again.
You know why? Because I think Amorim is very keen on the whole, disrespect me and the team publicly, then basically there's no way back. And I also think he's big on mentality. He's big on mentality. Marcus Rashford, unfortunately, on the pitch, he looks like a shadow of himself mentally half of the time. So if United don't get him out in January, I said this, he's just gonna rot for 5 more months.
That's someone said there in a super chat, or was it just a regular chat? I can't remember. If this thing with Casemiro to Saudi happens as well, like, he needs replacing too. Because like it is, we literally have to. Yeah, there you go. We literally have to do the. I think it's someone else, but we have to do the whole like for like kind of vibe. Like, if we let a 10 go, which is, say that was a Zirkzee, he needs replacing. If we let Rashford go,
we not just put Collier in though.
Nah, he
doesn't fancy him. He's just not. He's just training. I don't think, unless, again, look, you can't never say never unless there's a plan we really do not know. But I very much doubt that. Like,
Although it's a
we
lot of
haven't
money off
just
the
start
wage
carrying
books,
on.
isn't it? Like
That's what I'm
350,
saying.
how
So
much
you should be
Casemiro?
able to go and do
350,
something.
300. You would think a minimum. You would think, you know, even if you were tight when it comes to PSR, you could do a loan, couldn't you? Again, once again, if it's saying just get a body in, and yeah, it's going to be a lesser amount than what Casemiro is on, and we'll get it, we'll sort it out in the summer. Then
Well, apparently there's a couple
I'd
of teams
do
in
it.
for Douglas Luiz.
Yeah, well, so, again,
Yeah,
something
that one I agree with.
Yeah.
But I don't think Juventus will loan us Douglas Luiz. I've just got, unless we do a loan with Zirkzee, that wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
In that regards.
Yeah.
You know
I'd
what I'm
But
saying?
then again, that don't make sense. Why would you get rid of Casemiro and then bring in Douglas Luiz in exchange for Zirkzee? Where are you bringing in a striker? Unless you're bringing in Kolo Muani.
Kolo Muani, yeah. Kolo
Exactly.
Muani.
So there's a lot of, that's the bit, this is where it goes back to what KG is saying about
Creative.
the creativity of this. Like, we know we're at PSR limits, but we have a few. And then what happens with Anthony as well? Does Anthony secure a permanent
We
move
can't
out?
get him.
Does
No,
he?
we have to
There's
wait
a lot
until
of
summer.
interest.
There's a lot of interest, bro. There's a lot of
Yeah,
interest.
I know
Olympiacos
we should wait till summer though.
Yeah, but he
You
might
don't
be able to
think
go
we
on a
need to
loan and we
keep
can
a-
get his wages off the bill until it gives you flexibility. We might loan him with an obligation to buy. Might clear out. We don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's creativity applies to players that we think are rubbish as well. They have to get the creativity of the players that are surplus, not just the players we're trying to bring
But
in.
is that thing something
way,
that we're
by the
going
way,
to go
by the
look
way.
back?
Yeah. By the way, another Elanga assist, by the way. For Nottingham Forest.
My
So, yeah.
son.
Big up to
My
Is
him.
it?
son, man.
No, but is it going to be one of those ones that we
My
do
son.
like before when a player
Inside
leaves
10,
and then after we say
bring
we
him
should
back.
never got rid of him type shit with
Bring
Anthony because
him
we were light
back.
in the first place?
Yeah, what?
Did
Bring-
they bring Alanga back?
Bring my son back.
Thingy was
We're
just getting
finished, you
mad
know,
at
man.
us.
We're finished.
Bring
End
my
the stream.
son back.
End the stream, man.
No, I was
Bring
saying
him
that.
back.
Are we gonna do this thing with? Are we gonna do this thing with?
Don't do it with
if we sell
everyone.
Anthony.
Bring my
We're
son
gonna do it
back.
with Anthony in it. We're gonna
Bro,
do it. with Anthony.
what?
man.
Do
Bro,
what?
We're gonna do this thing where we say like, because I don't think we need Anthony. I don't think we need Anthony, but I think there's this thing that's gonna happen saying we was always light. Why did we get rid of a player when we're light in the wing back area? He's the only one that is almost
he
an
need
attacking
replacing.
one.
bro, you know how much
Him
you're
as
gonna
well.
spend for Elanga? You know how much you're gonna spend for him now? If you
Bring
go
him
and get-
back. Right wing back. Bring him back.
You know how much
can't do
bro,
this.
Newcastle, Nottingham Forest rejected a 50 million bid for
Yeah.
Elanga
Good for
last
them.
summer.
Good for them. Bring him
So
back.
you okay?
Right 10.
Say he's 60
Right
million. this
10,
summer.
Saeed. Bring him back.
We're finished.
Bring
man.
my son back. He just needed some confidence. Look at him now. Look at him flying, bro. They're third.
Bro.
Bring him back, bro.
I'm hoping like a part
I
of
like
me
the
is
Flex
thinking
White,
that Flex is taking the piss.
He's better than Bruno in the 10. Saeed.
It does
Elanga.
say, by the way, in that Jason Burt thing, it does say
Yeah,
that
it's
Man United
easy.
are keen.
Shout out to
Man
KG,
United
man.
are
You're not crying, man.
No, I'm joking. We can't bring him back. I'm joking.
It does say in that Jason Burt thing that Man United are keen on signing a midfield replacement for Casemiro if indeed he were to be sold. So they would look to
wow,
they wouldn't
cool.
look to just move him on for
But
nothing.
wait, I done the Douglas on thing. He can't come here because I cussed him bad, innit?
Oh yeah, I've still got that on the soundboard somewhere. You know what I mean?
What happened?
You know
what
what
did
it
you
is,
say
though?
about him?
Now, remember when he scored against us and he done the Douglas, but then we came back and won, so I laughed at him. I said, "Where's
Yeah.
your little dance now, bro?"
This-
Douglas.
That was it. Yeah.
Shimmy, y'all with a Douglas and a Douglas. So maybe he shouldn't really come. No, but he's good though. He is good. Yeah, I don't know. I just think the truth is, guys. Closing statements all around. Here's my closing statement. We absolutely need to be creative. We are in a bad position. We do need some stop gaps. We need something that can help Amorim to do what he needs to do till the end of the season to hang on in there and get some improvements. But there still has to be an element of quality to these players. We can't just bring in bodies though. They can't just be like not fit in the system, or you know what I mean. If Kolo Muani ain't it because he's not good, then don't go for it. Like find somebody else. You've got to be creative. So I just think we do need players, and clearly we're going to be busy because actually, when you look at some of the players that are surplus, there's opportunities to get them out. There are opportunities to get them out. So there's going to be something there. It's all about the decisions that we make. Saeed, what are you saying? Finish off.
Listen, man, I'm bro. We just need to get some wins under our belt. Listen, transfer window sounds great. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want us to make some bad decisions, man. I want to also move away from these short-term signings, man. Kolo Muani, all of these and it is a loan, But I just look at the statement behind it, bro. Like, we're buying a player that isn't good enough for PSG and not good enough to a point where, like, bro, like, man's not scoring your forward. Like, he's just not good enough, man. So we've got to be careful. Maybe I'm with Mina. Osimhen, is he probably the best of the bad bunch? Cool, go and get him. And yeah, man, just make some good decisions, man, because right now we can't have a player that has no impact in this team. We're 13. We need players that can give us an impact and help us in this system. So just make some good decisions, man. But yeah, man, it is what it is. What can you do?
Mina?
Yeah, sorry, what was the question? I was watching the Milan on the screen, sorry.
That's a disgrace.
You know,
They just scored. Sorry, they just scored.
We're not asking you. We're not asking you.
Yeah, went to Sky and she's changed up her whole style, bro.
I was just sorry, they just scored. That's why I was watching like the replay of the goal.
It's so bad that we're not asking you the question.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's all right. No, it's fine. We understand. KG, thoughts on Mina's behavior?
No, Mina went to Sky and she's changed, you know. But I
respect. Not like KG. Thoughts on KG's behavior? That should be the question.
What's going on? Why are you doing that, Mina?
You got a studio now and you're moving different.
Wait, Mina, you're the one watching the fucking game, mate. Listen, I would say if we can sign the Nigerian striker Osimhen, it would be just generational. You see how you wanted Sterling? We never forget that. But you see when you wanted Sterling, yeah?
Any yard.
Yeah, basically. I feel the sentiment of, oh my goodness, if Osimhen signed for, I'm buying the shirt.
You've already had it though, man. You had a dollar, you had your time.
Would you wear the mask? Would you have the mask on and everything?
I'll buy the mask as soon as the shirt comes. The mask. I'll do the streams with the mask on.
Yeah.
Owen?
As far as January goes, well, I do think the season's a bit of a write-off, and I do think the most important thing is moving people out. And if moving people, a bit like the Casemiro thing, if you could move them out permanently and you do get in a loan just to kind of fill the gap and address it in the summer, I don't see that as being the worst thing, to be honest with you, because we really struggled to move Casemiro in the summer, didn't we? And there weren't really any takers. So if there is a taker and they're going, we can do it now, maybe the summer might be a bit busy for us, do it now. And to be honest, even if you like, what are we going to do this season? We're doing nothing this season anyway. You know, get it out the way now. It's one less thing to focus on in the summer. Then you can focus your energy on bringing in the permanent solution in the summer. When it comes to like Kolo Muani or whatever, if it's a loan to the end of the season, it's a loan to the end of the season. It might not work out or whatever, but it's an extra body. This season's a bit of a write-off anyway. You know what I mean? Get to the end of the season, just don't get relegated, and and then focus everything else in the summer.
Red Brown says the mentality of the player is key, whoever we get. That's very, very true. And C1K says, as an Arsenal fan, it's hilarious to listen to this Bruno talk. It's prime AFTV debating Ozil, causing divide. David G says, since Lukaku left, since Lukaku left, I swear our biggest sale is Mason, which was only 30 million. The negative media attention has lowered players' value compared to other clubs. And Ibrahim says, what camera are you using, KG? Looking crisp?
Pocket free Osmo. It's my on the go camera,
and it's moving when you move as well. Auto wicked. It's top. Yeah, it's top. It's top. Mina, we will give you the chance. I don't know if you're still watching the derby. If you want to answer.
No, sorry. Milan just scored another goal. AC Milan just scored.
All right, Mina. Do you know what? No.
Because I was listening to everyone's opinion.
You gave us the next update. That's crazy, Mina.
So it's the Super Cup final.
I gotta go as well.
All right, Mina. Right, go on. Really quickly, go on.
Yeah, I think United. I agree with Owen. Outgoings is going to be important. I think United might bring in one player or two at best.
Oh, your bandwidth was gone because you got all the games on. You just froze then. Sorry, there you go. KG's got it in. Here's probably Eno. But no, I hear you. Shout out to KG the comedian. He's just gone. KG Reckless Sports is called now, right?
Reckless Sport.
Reckless Sport. Sorry, KG Reckless.
That's the new channel name now.
That's the new channel name. This is why you're seeing a different him, bro. If you thought that was a bit weird, he was coming for me, bro. He's rebranded.
Wow.
Bro. It's different. Yeah. It's different now.
You should call it Flip Flop Opinions. That's what you should call it.
That's a new and a Sunday show. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Flip Flop.
That should be a Sunday show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out KG. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Shout out Saeed TV. Make sure you subscribe to Saeed's channel. Link in the video description below. And of course, Mina Football. Make sure you subscribe to our channel there. Hit 10K as well. Shout out Mina. She's on 10K. Come on, and rising. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's helping everyone. Everyone's doing their thing. Owen Wrestle News 36555 Netflix debut for the rest
I'll
of
be live tonight. Yeah, Netflix, Raw. Oh, it's going to be fun this evening. Yes. Oh, it's going to be great.
For a bit. He's going to be locked away doing that. So make
Yeah.
sure you subscribed
Yeah.
to Owen Wrestle News 36555. And of course, remember to subscribe to United View. Joe Fleming on the way out says Alanga was absolutely bullcrap for Manchester United. He was. Oh, and Ian Nichols says, mad that Forest could be joint top after Southampton and Liverpool games at home.
Yeah.
Mental, mate. Mental.
Nice
Anyway, guys, big show. Big up to each and every single one of you. We are out of here, man. Take care. Smash a like on the way out. Peace.